In this video, we're talking about PR and what it means as a musician. What does a publicist do? How do you know you got a good one? Who's a scammer? What's up, guys? Brandon here from KDMR Music, the channel making you a more successful musician. Now, just in case you're new around here, we do videos every week. I talk about music marketing, I give you music education, and strategies that you can use to build your fan base, make more money, and ultimately have a successful career, because that's what everybody wants, right? Now, today we're talking about PR because I get a lot of questions about what PR is, how it works, and how to find a good publicist. So, we're going to break down again what a publicist is, what they do, and how you know you've got a good one. So, PR. If you're not sure what it means, it stands for public relations. PR is the portion of your marketing that involves reaching out to news outlets. Those can be blogs, those can be actual TV stations, radio stations, writers at newspapers, basically the media, people that we call the media. So, if you want to be featured on Complex, well, you're likely going to have to hire a publicist or a PR person to help you do that. Now, when we're talking about publicists, because the person who is going to be helping you get this media coverage is your publicist, let's talk about what a publicist actually does. Well, a publicist is a person whose job it is to help you craft your story and help you communicate it to the public through various forms of media. Now, again, it's important that I highlight this because a PR person, a publicist, is a communications professional. So they help you craft your story. They're not just sending out press releases, but they're crafting the press release and helping you understand how your actions fit into your overall story as an artist. And they're helping media outlets understand the same thing. So a publicist's job is to help you create that story, and it's their job to pitch that story to as many outlets as they can find where your story will resonate. So, most people know that a publicist is who helps them get on blogs or on TV or in other media outlets, but most people don't know that they help craft that communication as well. So, let's talk about two things that publicists are great at. Now, we already hinted at the first one, where publicists are great at communication. Have you ever heard about media training where somebody is in an interview and they're asked a really juicy or salacious question and they kind of avoid answering it directly? And somebody goes, "Oh man, you must be media trained," right? Media training is something that a publicist does for you. They help you understand how to speak correctly, how to measure your responses, and what things you can say and what you probably should not say. And that's because publicists are masters at communication. They are masters at telling you what words to use, what words will elicit a certain response from any particular group of people. And they're great at crafting a story that resonates with their intended audience, right? So, for example, if they're trying to get you covered by, I don't know, TMZ, right? TMZ is more of a tabloid type publicist or a publishing outlet. So TMZ is looking for the juicy stories, right? People like the Shade Room and things like that. They're looking for scandal. They're looking for intrigue. They're looking for something that is going to shock, right? And that's why TMZ has a reputation for being the first to report celebrity deaths, because that's the type of information that is really shocking and that is going to garner a lot of attention quickly, right? So, if you want to do a profile about how you created your album in a cabin in the woods in the middle of winter with no electricity, TMZ is probably not the outlet for you, right? And publicists are great at knowing what story goes where. Now, right alongside that, a publicist is great at relationship building, right? A publicist should always be reaching out on your behalf, or not necessarily on your behalf, but they're reaching out. They're always making new friends. They're always making new contacts in all of these different media outlets, right? A publicist should have a really large Rolodex or address book, a long list of people in different markets, in different forms of media who write or cover different artists, right? Whether that's your publicist may specialize in a certain genre. So if you've got a publicist, then maybe they'll specialize in hip hop if you're a hip hop artist and they know all the hip hop news media, right? But a publicist is great at building and maintaining really good business relationships. And if your publicist is not good at that, then you should probably steer clear. Now, what a publicist is going to do for you, they will charge you on a per campaign or for even just a monthly retainer fee. And what they're going to do is they're going to help you craft your story and they're going to spread it to as many outlets as possible. So most commonly, you have some sort of an announcement you want to make. They will craft a news release and they will send it to as many outlets as possible that are actually relevant to what you do and to what your announcement is. So if your album's coming out and you're going to be in New York, well, they will send a list to or a press release to everyone that they know who is a part of the news media in New York and say, hey, Wale is going to be in New York promoting his brand new album, Wale #7, right? And he's going to be in New York from this date to this date. If you have any questions, press inquiries, contact me at this, right? And so what happens is the journalists who are interested in covering Wale will reach out to them. And now your publicist is also in charge of maintain or managing your schedule for press, right? So they're going to be booking those interviews. So they're going to be in constant communication with you to say, hey, you've got an interview at 10 o'clock with Complex Magazine. You've got an interview on BET at noon. You've got to be at this place. This is where you're going to meet. This is what kind of car they're going to pick you up in. Your publicist is handling all of that information. And in exchange, you pay them, like I said, either a monthly fee or a fee for the campaign. It's important to know that a publicist cannot guarantee you coverage. They can't say, oh, you're going to be on Complex because I know people at Complex. If they try to guarantee you coverage, it's usually a good sign that you need to steer clear of them. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, right? So, a good publicist has a huge contact list and is good at relationship building. Now, things that you need to watch out for, and I said this already, people who are charging you per post, right? So if you see somebody on your Facebook feed or on your Twitter that's like, hey, I can get you in 5 magazines for $500. They can't get you in 5 magazines. And if they do, it's not going to be meaningful. You might get a back page mention. You might get, some sort of ad in that platform, or even the worst are, oh, I can get you on thisis50.com. And what happens is these blogs will just copy and paste your press release and put it on their website, and you're not getting any meaningful traffic from it, right? Those are the people that will charge you in advance for a post. So steer clear of them. Another thing you want to watch out for are bad reviews. If someone has used a publicist, or if a publicist is reputable, they should be able to give you a list of contacts, a list of people that they've worked with in the past. So reach out to those people, use your network and use that network to ask for references, ask for recommendations, ask about people's experiences. And if people have bad reviews, don't pay them to perform a service for you. It seems self-explanatory, but I know it's not, so I said it. So I hope that's helpful. I hope you understand more about how PR works and how to choose the right publicist for your campaign, your single, or your album rollout. If you have questions about what PR is, if you have nightmare horror stories, I want to hear about them in the comments of this video. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment letting me know how much you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you'll get notified about the next video when I post it. Until then, be safe, be well, keep dreaming, work hard, and make those music business dreams your reality. Peace.